Good morning everyone. Welcome to the breakfast show, Trading with SmartRobie Stock Idea. That's right. Now, I hope you all had a great weekend, and we did. And yesterday we had a great turnout for our masterclass preview. Maybe you were one of them, and give us your feedback. And what do you think of our preview for our masterclass? That's right. Now, today is the beginner level for trading with SmartRobie idea, and that's the whole point. What we're trying to do is to make sure that we take care of you, which is you could be a trader or investor at different level. Of course, if you're first timer and beginner, just type it in there, just type one, then I know that you are definitely a first timer for or beginner. So it's kind of like able for me to communicate with you too. Of course, this Wednesday will be our intermediate, and of course Friday will be our advanced level in here. And I just want to check if the sound is coming in okay or not. Just type it in there if the sound is coming in okay. And it's always quite interesting to see how the market has panned out and some of the stocks that we have chosen using the Pentagon Guider. That's right. Now, I hope this message will find you well and truly good. So today is the beginner level for our Monday session. That's right. So let's get started, shall we? Since it's already 10:15 in here and the sound's coming okay, good. So if you are listening and you are a beginner or first timer, just type it in one so we make sure we take care of you. That's right. So let's look at our trading with SmartRobie stock idea for today for beginners level. That's right. Now, if you are, let me just get on to the slides here. Okay, so today is the Monday. That's right, Monday the 16th of November. So at usual 10:15, we'll begin us with the beginners level, the trading plan, and also looking at the Pentagon. So take note of it. We will normally flash this to make sure you are on the right live show that we are talking about in here. Okay. Now, of course, let's move on to our usual KLSE Bursa Malaysia market headlines. Now, that's right. Now, like it or not, the CPO prices continue to go higher. We've seen a lot of the plantation stock has also moved up. If you look at this morning, the Pentagon Guider, we do have some plantation, United Plantation, a very good fundamental stocks. Of course, it's not that cheap. It's around $16 in here. You can see on the right hand side that you have item number 7 on the right hand side. You could see on the Pentagon Guider, UTD PLT, that is one of the stocks that paid up on plantation. It's no surprise in here. What we're trying to do, if you are beginner level, we are trying to match what we get from the Pentagon Guider to what's happening to the market. That's what we're trying to do. The sector analysis in here will match up to in here. So that's how we are able to look at. So you can see here, this is the Pentagon Guider. Now, if you don't know how to use this, if you're a first timer, you can see on the left hand side, bottom and left hand, just on the left hand side of my head here, you can hit that Pentagon Guider, right? And you can see the list will come out. Of course, you have 10 stocks inside there. Very nice, 10 stocks inside there. We got BIMB, Daibochi, Hong Leong, United Plantation. Now, if you are a beginner, you might ask, Martin, there's 10 stocks in there. Which one should I choose? Of course, we want to choose what is aligned with the sector analysis. Okay, now usually sector analysis, I will talk about it on Wednesday night, except this Wednesday night, I won't be doing it. I will cancel my Wednesday night stock because I'm preparing for this Saturday one-day course. Now, you are invited to a one-day course. If you are listening, all you need to do is go over to our SmartRobie in here, and you go over to the little trolley on the top, and you just need to purchase, right? Need to purchase monthly credit, okay, which is an 800 monthly credit. You just need to, sorry, not the top up, my mistakes, You just need to activate the monthly pass. This is the monthly pass, 800 credit. Once you activate it, we will receive your email or your ID, and we will send you the Zoom link for that. That's all to it. All right, so make sure you do that. If you're interested in our one-day in our one-day growth investing stock, value growth investing stock, so we will cover a lot of the facets where we want to look at it. It is one of the things that I'm still doing this week, preparing those material for you in here, and we'll share what I have to come for that one. All right. Okay, good. So so what we have here, you notice we have number 4 too. So right now we can see the plantation stock is doing so. Let me just take a look at the plantation stock. Definitely one of them is THS, which I think started to move up. You can see here from a stock chart. Okay, and yep, see, started to move up, very nicely done. And you have also CNS, confirm no supply. So that's definitely a very, very good trade going forward. Let's look at TSS today, all right? So it's no surprise. Okay, let me just do this and look at the stock price here. So everything's in line. Okay, that's up 2.7%, you can see. Now, if you blow up this, what we call the Pentagon chart, you will notice very, very early, not until you get your news today. You notice that today is this news. India import Malaysia palm oil, correct? That is old news, correct? So if you are a beginner, you need to know this kind of news normally are old news. So if this is first time for you, give me a thumbs up. So you learn something, right? But you notice the Pentagon. Okay, the Pentagon, let me just string it a bit. It actually activated, right? Way far back on just before 7th of November. Now, if you want to know this, then you go on to THS, you go down to the stock comment and stock chart, which you see here, the Pentagon fact. Okay, if you notice on the left-hand side, Pentagon fact, the THS is likely to be 14% since Green Pentagon, which is activated on 4th of December. Now, today is 16. So by the time you read this news, right, you say, hey, I want to buy palm oil stock. What are the best one? TSH. But you notice THH is already run it in, right? So that's why we say, if you're a beginner, first timer in here, definitely you want to learn about the Pentagon Guider, and it is followed our Trade VSA patent in here, one of the very unique offering, which almost at the very minimum cost for you to able to follow some of these stocks. So this is just one of the insight. Of course, you can look at United Plantation. Like it or not, you want to look for one of the strongest implantation when you want to look at news like this. I hope what I made that clarified to you how we look at this stock, especially if you're coming from UOB Kee Hian, which our joint co-partner brokers, and we really want to teach you how you can take advantage of this kind of news that's coming out, but 2 weeks earlier. That's right, you got it right. 2 weeks earlier when the Pentagon first came out, like you see on the chart here. All right, that's right. So we're going to be looking at the next news. All right, let me just switch back to my normal mode here. Right, so the next news is about Sintex. That's right, the next news on Sintex. Now, Sintex is both a packaging. That's what you notice this morning. One of the stocks I'll pick up will be Daibochi. All right, Daibochi. And so you look at here, Sintex and is into two things, packaging as well as affordable homes, mainly focused in the Johor Southern Corridor in here. And like it or not, you can see from the news, I hope you can read, the house are priced below 500,000, which is very, very good. So we will take a look at Sintex, having said that, okay? Sintex, and we hit that there. And we want to look at the stock comment and stock chart. This one already, boom, jalan, all right? Earlier on, you can see, all right, very nicely done. Again, on the 20th of September, it has, okay, let me just switch this around. On the 20th of September, you can see, right, somewhere on the left-hand side, it has a green. So right now, it is red Pentagon, which means take some partial profit. It hasn't broke below the ATR stop loss. If you notice on the left-hand side, there is a ATR stop loss on the left. That is the average true range stops. Now, if you don't know what's ATR stop loss, just type here, what? Okay, ATRSL, hit that one, and you can see it will comes out with a short definition that you really needed to know what it is. Is CIMB bullish reverse still intact and can enter? I will look at yours thing, Richie, and also Jaya Tiasa. Good. If you have some stocks you want me to look at, do let me know. We will look at your Jaya Tiasa and also in the CIMB bullish reversal. Okay, we will look at that one. But let me just get through what we want to go through here. So let's look at Sintex. Sintex look pretty good. And today, let's look at Sintex. What we have in terms of Sintex, in terms of price, today is up 1.5% in here. A very nice base building in here, having said that. And what you should do, if you want to go in, you wait for the green Pentagon, right? wait for the green pentagon. It hasn't come here, or you can use the stock plan, whichever you have. You have the stock plan. I'm going to construct a stock plan going forward, so you can really follow that too. All right. Okay. Let's move on to what we have now. Next, we turn our attention to the US market. That's right. Now, US on Saturday morning, when we all woke up, it was up almost 400 points. So that is a continual uptrend that we see here. And if you look at the KLCI, let's get back to the KLCI. And here we go. Right, the KLCI continue to up. And this morning, it's up 4 points. Okay, you can see 4 points. We are almost 1600. Remember early on some of the talks that I talked about, if you have followed me and joined me from the couple of weeks ago, we talked about the 1520, the breaking of the 1520 resistance. That means the market has more room up to go. And my prediction for year end is about 1680. Okay, if you can crack to 1700, which means you'll touch 16660, it's gonna be coming back down in here. So one of the reasons why, if you look very closely, is this news I want to share with you here, right? It's the US market. Right, and you from US barons didn't need tech stock to hit record high, and this is what happened. Now there's a lot of stocks which technology has moved up. The other stocks in US Dow Jones and so more, and the same things go on here. One example we just seen, TSH hasn't really moved up yet. A lot of plantation hasn't moved up yet. The banking stock, yes, Richie Invest, the CIMB also same thing too. Okay, we will look at that one in here. But having said that, I believe the market will continue to move higher until it tests a new high. Keep note of that one in here. So if you look right now, let me just show you here. This chart is the KLCI chart, right? And I'll just blow it up a bit here on the right hand side. So you can see, let me just change up the screen in here on the left. You will notice the 1520 was that level it broke through, and it broke through very, very convincingly, and had a nice spring. And yeah, it's going up. You know, some of you may have caught it late, but not a problem. Okay, that's why we have the green pentagon. Again, going back to the green pentagon in here. On the 8th of November, you can see that one so much earlier informing you. So if you don't know how to time the market, Pentagon Guider can be a real help to you. And many of our stocks inside here will definitely help you to look into that. Okay, I just see some of the audience in here. Good morning, Jerry. All right. So this is, let's look at what we have for you. Now, last week, let's review the last week trading plan in our first episode. Remember, we changed the format that we used to have from in our breakfast show. Again, breakfast show is something that I will be doing, but we just sort of changed the format. Now, last week on the 9th of November, today is Monday, which look at last Monday. That's right, last Monday, 9th of November, we look at SL West, we look at UW, and we created a plan for that one. So let's review the plan, and before we create a new one, and you can see here, this is the SL West. All right, let's look at SL West before we go on. So we talk about SL West, and I'll bring up the chart too. Let's bring up the chart, and SL West. Okay, let's bring up the chart. Okay, so this is the chart that we have. On the right hand side, you can see $1.20. So we say that, look, the weekly and daily direction. Now, this is where we want to review back our trading plan. Now, how many of you have done a trading plan? If you've done a trading plan, just type TP. Okay, just type TP, because first timer, we want to touch on the trading. If you've not done so, you can follow me, especially those of you who have this trade before. We want to train you how to use SmartRobie and using a trading plan. I think that's also important part of our educational things that we do. Okay, sure, you want me to look at green packet. Okay, we will look at green packet too. Okay, and here is the point. So we have the weekly and daily direction in here. SL West is breaking higher, and so too is the weekly chart. Biden win US election, green initiative. So we refocus back. One of the key reasons why we do up this plan is that because we get a lot of bombardment from news, from blogs, from Facebook, from Sifu here, Sifu there. And my friends say, hey, you go look at stock XYZ, 3457, this and that, then KGB with the CO2. I'll talk about it, right? So that's why it's important we focus back on the trading plan. So this is the trading plan. I said, well, one of the reasons why when we want to go in last week, let's say, it's because of the green initiative. Am I correct? No? If you agree what I'm saying, just give me a thumbs up. All right. So Let me just remove this. This is a typo area. The Pentagon Guider was triggered on 4th of November, all right? And it's a better entry at that time, right? On 5th of November and likely to be in the money. Now, important price level we say here. Let me just bring out the real-time chart that we have, which is part of our arsenal, right? And we're going to show you here. Okay, this is the next stock we're going to talk about, but let's talk about SL West first. Okay, so this is a real-time chart. Okay, you can see real-time chart today, very nicely done. The market, you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, the market comes down and then poke back up here again. So it's very nice. And here, we said our entry price is 139. So we did the plan on the 9, which is here, 139, yes, we are in. The market came down, but it's okay. If you notice, where's the stop loss? The stop loss is $1.20. Now, this is important why we have stop loss. A lot of time, you all don't have stop loss, right? So you say, hey, where is my stop loss? So if you don't have a plan, your stop loss can be anywhere one. So when the market start to drop off, then you'll see people start texting me, Martin, I buy the stock 139. What happened? What happened? Now coming down, you'll see low, you know. That's why you get carried away. You get carried away by emotion, and it does happen if some of you who type in number 1 because you say that you're a beginner, you're not trained before, and that's always the reason why. And part of this, we do this show is partly to train you. Now, we have a program for that one, which is our December intake masterclass, where we try to train you in the right proper way, go through it for 12 months. If you are interested, that is something you want to explore. Else, you're going to have this bombardment, a lot of emotion in there, and the money that you make, you know, the not trained. You see, just like footballer, if you're going to be a good footballer and you continue to play footballer, which many of you like football, all right, and same thing goes for trading, investing. You're going to be playing a lot of, you know, trades and so forth. Please get the right training. If not, follow me on this show. So right now you can see SL West is moving up nicely. Back to 135. So you can say, luckily I didn't cut loss. Why? Because if you go back to the trading plan, which we set up and typed this in last week, you can follow. It's 120. Okay, of course you're going to say, hey Martin, now can enter SL West based on this trading plan. It's okay, because why? The price to enter is 139. Okay, 139 to 140, and we're going to stop loss 120, target profit 143, or let's look at what Robie has to offer in our trading plan. Now this trade we assume we are in. Okay, so we go on to our trading plan. Exit strategy. Okay, exit strategy, this one here. Okay, you can see exit strategy is 139. Okay, which is our, I know some of you always say 139 is our target profit 1. Yes, this is our entry price. Exit at 143, or you wait for the red pentagon. It means you allow the market to run a bit higher. All right, having said that, because if you notice from the plan that I have for you here, okay, number 3, item number 3, important price level, and also the date. Okay, there is a date, important date, which is the trading plan one. Okay, let me just show you that. The trading plan here. Okay, the 20th, okay, date, okay, EPS. This is 20th November. So we also key in that one. So why? The reason why is when we come back and review this one, we know earnings will be announced 20th, so which is actually 4 more days from here. From the expectation is if SL West does kaboom and run, you will see this run. Usually, if not, then you'll see they did not meet the EPS, and the market will come back down. But again, the trend. Going back to the first one, item number 1, you can see the SL West is breaking up higher and so forth. Now, the reason why I want to go through this very detailed, so you will know why it's important to have this trading plan and follow it. Now, the holding period, again, we leave it for 2 months, okay, which means we enter here. So when do we exit? Probably in January, which is also aligned with what we've seen so far. All right, okay. Now, the next one, let me just pull this aside here. Let me just take this, push it to a side here, and you notice the next one we had, all right, from here is UWC. All right, you notice UWC is the other trading plan in here. Generally, I try to review both. Okay, and UWC, you can use a SMARTRobie, of course. Okay, you can use a SMARTRobie here. Okay, you can use a SMARTRobie. Let me just bring up SMARTRobie chart here for you. So UWC. Okay. if you don't want to use the trading view version. Okay, so look at UWC, and it's up 0.9% on the right hand side. Okay, up 0.9% here. Okay, so you can see 0.9%, right? You can see 0.9%. Or let me just switch on to this chart here. You can see very nicely done. UWC on the, remember on the 9 was this date, it came down, it didn't hit any of our ATR stop loss or whatsoever. And today we have a new high. Again, you're going to ask me, can I buy UWC or not? Okay, go back to the trading plan. Okay, definitely, I believe this one you can see here, we just hit the green pentagon, we are in a blue trend zone, and this little fella, just like SLS, it's going to run. Okay, so that's how we do. Okay, I think I spent a fair bit of time on that one. Let's look at the stocks that we have for you this week, because next week we're going to come and do this very similar Daibochi. We have two from our premium alert. You can look at our premium alert here. Okay, I know I spent a bit of fair time in here, but I just want to go through some of the important things in here that you can see. So right now, 8125 and 5258. These are the two sectors. Now again, last Wednesday, I talked about those sector rotation, right? Sector rotation means you're rotating into finance. Okay, so you can see item number 10, BIMB is definitely a finance, and also packaging. I think Daibochi plastics are pretty nice too inside. So $2. Of course, there are others inside there, right? It's just that this two is the one that I like. I'm not going to go through a lot into the chart setup. It's something I do on Wednesday. So make sure you can catch me on Wednesday and Friday, so you have a good transaction learning from here onwards. Green packet, you can see one of the audience did ask me to 0082. It has again this stocks inside here. So let's look at Daibochi. Okay, Daibochi. Let's bring the trading plan which I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to use the Daibochi. I need to find the code DAIBOCHI. Once you get the spelling correct, then you'll be okay. Now this is Daibochi in here. Let me just shrink it a bit and we can do. All right, so you can see here, right? This is the one. So we can see weekly direction, and so we can switch this to daily. So daily uptrend. Okay, this is a packaging. Okay, business. Okay, and it does normally do good during MCO. Let's look at the weekly chart. Okay, so weekly chart. Okay, it's we have a nice spring there. We have a spring. We have a spring, and market ready to test higher on weekly chart. Okay, but it hasn't turned green pentagon yet. Now that's good. On the weekly chart, it hasn't turned yet, but on the daily uptrend, okay, we have green pentagon and blue bullish trend zone. Okay, so you can see how I'm doing that. I hope you can follow me and also do this. Okay, so then we switch back to a daily chart here, and later on we're going to look at, we won't be looking at hourly chart. We do that on Wednesday and Friday thing here, but we can take a look at it on an hourly basis. You can see very okay. It's good, right? It looks like it's been well supported in here, right? Volume hasn't been really that excessive. Okay, we will see. Okay, we will see how this thing go, but pretty low. So here we can see. Okay, so here is the date, 10th of November. Green pentagon on 10th of November. So 11 November is a good likely time to enter. Okay. Okay. Today the market is up 0.7. Okay, and definitely important. We want to see those important high that we have. So first one, we have the resistance, okay, at 276, okay. Okay, high resistance at 276, okay. And any dates we are looking for to see whether there's an announcement. So we can go to the what we call, okay, here we'll look at, okay, 8125. So we hit 8125, and I'll switch this to a bigger chart. So hit this one, 8125. Okay, Daibochi, and what we want to do is go to the trading plan. And you can see, yes, 2nd of December is the date. Okay, EPS is 2nd of December. Okay, so that's important to know. So reason is, if the 2nd of December were to be a good time, so we sort of know there will be some news coming in on 2nd of December. All right, I hope you're following this. You're following this. Teo Seng, yes, Vivacom up 20 cents right now. Yep, that's right. Some of these stocks has moved up a fair bit, and you can see Vivacom gone a bit crazy too. It will continue to go up, some of those stocks inside here. If you're a small cap player, those are the one that you want to go. But if you're a beginner, I don't recommend you to go in some of those stocks. No doubt you can make money too, but if the market come and slam you, but we all go through different phase of learning, I suppose. We have said before, you know, that's dangerous over there, but generally most people don't listen to me, especially beginners. Say, hey, why I want to come in and buy something so slow? I'd rather buy something like Vivacom, isn't it? But when you get slapped, they say, hey, I better come back learn. But it's okay, go out, learn all this, right? It's part and parcel of learning anyway. You make money, but you're going to lose more too. Right? Just take note of it. Right? So before EPS need to sell? No, Jerry. The question is, you always look at the trade setup. Now, if you have a considerable good amount of profit coming in there, you might want to sell. Just like what happened to Hatta Lega. You notice Hatta Lega on that day, again, Jerry, you came to our class, look for sign of weakness. If you see sign of weakness on the EPS date, then you want to take some profit. All right. So let's look at the price to enter here. Okay, let's look at here, Daibochi, and we look at our trading plan here. Okay, trading plan, so you want to enter at 274, okay, which is this level here, 274. The closing is 270, so price to enter is 274 to 275. Okay, now stop loss, usually we put it under ATR stop loss if it breaks up in here, right? Let's look at the exit strategy. If there's a stop loss, we use the exit strategy for our stop loss. Okay, so stop loss is 252. Okay, 252. 252 and 250. Now, some people say that, hey, you know, this stop loss is way far above, because we wanted for the time for it to sort of, you know, let the trade, you know, sort of develop it. Okay, profit target, we can put 284. Okay, we want to have a higher target since we're entering at 275. Short term is 284. But remember, as the market goes higher, SmartRobie will adjust and get you a new profit target. So you can use a new profit target if you want to. Okay, 284. And the holding period, we can go back to trading plan. I think now market is bullish. Let's stick to 2 months, 2 to 3 months. Okay, so that completes our so I'll just save that first, because next week, Monday, we'll come back and review this stocks. Okay, so that's how we do the trading plan for Daibochi. I'll just put it here, and the date is 16th of November 2020. So keep this. Of course, if you want to do a bit more, take a picture of this one in here and you paste it to your Microsoft Word, or one of the software you can use as definitely Google Keeps or Evernote, then you can have it. So you keep this, then that's a way to do it. Now, remember, if you're a beginner and if you are first timer, it's good you get this into a repertoire, just like when you learn to play badminton, right? Or you learn to play hockey, or you learn to play golf, right? They always tell you to hit the right stroke, and a very similar one. If you just chango here, chango there, when you go to the driving range, if you're a golfer, right, and learning how to play golf, you get into trouble. And that's the whole point of it. Get proper coaching, all right? If you want to consider, definitely our masterclass, something that we're doing in our December intake. Okay, so I've done this. Okay, let me just save this already. And that's another. Of course, we have two stocks. The other one is BBMB. Let me just show you quickly. Very similar. BIMB, right? So you can see BIMB is looking to, again, what we call rotation into the finance. And you can see this one as well. Of course, we can definitely check what is BIMB fundamental too. Okay, switch on to that one. And I go on to the fundamentals. So here again, we always check the fundamental and the technical. So fundamentals in here, wow, 7 out of 8, right? So definitely very, very good. You can see in here, pays a 5% dividend, very low PE of 8 and ROE 11. So that's a 7 out of 8, very good. And it does has, right now it's 345 discounted value. Profit target is $4.40. Okay, $4.40. Now it's 350 in here. It can go up to 440. Wow, that's very high. So it will test back 380. Wow, look at that. It came back down, right? And this is, we are looking at, all right, because now the PE is only 8 times. We are looking at 10 times. So 440. Of course, shorter term, I think if you can go up to 370 also, that's the first test. And then you got the second one, 380. Of course, the old high where we came from was 440, 450. That's where we came from in December last year. Now remember, last year, December, 31st of December, KLCI was berapa? 16. No, this was 1630, if not mistaken, 1360. So if KLCI go back to 1630, then BNB will go on. It does pay a 5% dividend. It's not going to be like Vivacom, okay? It's a nice steady, you're buying now right the right base. And that's what the message I want to communicate to you. Of course, those of you who are first time, there are some, let me just switch over to here. Okay, this one, okay, switch over to here. So you can see, okay, this is for today. Okay, so you can see right now, the Sino strength, CNS, confirm no supply, you can use this QR code and look at the tutorial that I have for you. And these are sign, strength, sign, and weakness, something you should be familiar. Green pentagon to buy and red pentagon to sell. All right, that's for today. Now, I've seen some of you guys want me to look at some stock. I would look at them. Jaya Tiasa. Let me just go through what I have. All right, and this is a QR code. Okay, we will look at the news later on anyway. All right. Okay, so I'll just keep on to this screen because I just want to sort of make a short announcement, follow up on our December intake, which is the 4th of December. Okay, until this, the date is 4th of December. Let me just change this again. Okay, 4th to 7 and then to 9. That's right. The date is our intake, and those of you who are existing member, do come back and join this and re-attend it. All right, so that's one of the good. Okay, we will look at some stocks right now, and I'll switch on to 7 in here. You guys were asking me about Jaya Tiasa, so I will bring up this nice chart here. Okay, for December. Okay, now Jaya Tiasa. Okay, so Jaya Tiasa, it's nice. You have upthrust. Okay, I'm not going to go through the usual chart reading that I do because we want to keep it for a beginner. But most importantly, we look at switch on to Jaya Tiasa. So let me just switch on to Jaya Tiasa, right? If you follow what Robie has to recommend, you will still make money. Okay, but of course, many of you, sort of like, I only have like the end and the starting point, but in between, I get worried, right? I want to know what's happening. I want to know why I should read the chart. And that's why something about learning chart reading using the VSA. So if you look from here, this is Jaya Tiasa. Of course, we want to look at the exit strategy. So assume one of the person in here already have Jaya Tiasa. You can see profit target is 91 cent, 86, okay, 86 or 91 cent, or wait for it to turn bullish rate. It hasn't turned right yet. Okay, today it's still continuing to go up. As I said before, the CPO price is going higher. This should do well. Keep on to it. Okay. Again, trading plan here says, let's look at how long you want to hold. Okay. So you want to hold for how long, right? You keep it to, again, around 2 weeks to 2 months. Okay, depending on the time frame that you have when you gone in. Okay. So there was another stock earlier on, CIMB. I'll look at CIMB. Okay, so CIMB, and we will look at the trading plan. Let's look at the exit strategy here. So this is where you have SmartRobie assisting you. The financials doing you well. 363 and 424. Okay, 363 and 424. So this is a CIMB. Okay, nicely done. So CIMB again, just like BIMB lah, as I said before, all the finance stocks are moving because of the sector rotational play that I've talked about it. So this one in here again, you're coming up from very low base. We have 363, okay? First target is going to hit either today or tomorrow. Then you got 424, which is up here. Okay, of course, we also want to check the fundamentals for CIMB, just like any banking stocks. All is going to go up. This one rated 2 compared to CI. The other one, BIMB, will be much better because it's so much cheaper too. And you notice the ROE for this one, all right, on your SmartRobie is only 4%. BIMB, this now is how many percent? BIMB is 11%. So all things being equal, you'll notice of course, BIMB Bank Islam not so famous lah. People like to buy CIMB, isn't it? Correct. So still okay. Can enter again. You can just use a SmartRobie again. Okay, you're in green bullish, so use a SmartRobie and follow the trading plan that he has over there. Then you'll be fine. You just create one of the plans I have here. All right. So I assume those of you who are listening today are beginner. All right. So I've done 2. That's about it. I just want to keep this class small and come back on Wednesday. I'll do the intermediate one. Now I've just got a couple announcements more to go, and we're going to wrap up today here. Now, of course, this coming Saturday will be 21st November, will be our value growth investing. Now, it is almost considered as a free ticket, which is worth $800. All you need to do, as I said before, go over to the here. Let me just show you here how to do that. Yeah, you go over to activating. You hit your face lah. You go to wallet transaction and you go to the trolley and you go to this one here. Go to a monthly pass. Can you see below monthly pass on the left hand side? Right, hit that one and you purchase 800 credit. Now, how do you want to get credit? There's 2 ways. Either you do a top up, all right, you pay by credit card, or you recommend to your friends. If you recommend your friend, you get 200 credit. So 4 friends you recommend, you'll get the cost for free. So I'll see you on the Saturday, the growth investing stock. So I'll be busy. So this Wednesday night, there won't be any talk because I'm preparing for this one. So we will start at 10 a.m. to 3:30 in here. There'll be a lot of people coming on our Zoom one-day course. Many of you, including yourself, listening in here. I will be explaining a lot on the so-called research that I've done, some methodology, valuation in here. If you can look from this cost intake, let me just switch this back to the bigger chart here. You can see we'll be looking in both difference between growth investing and value investing, and a very simple 1, 2, 3 method, and how to look for these stocks and many more. Okay, so be thrilled, come and learn. And it's good for a good cause too. We have 2 more instructors with me. Zac and also Arif will be assisting me because we'll be looking at some couple of case study over there. All right. So if not, we will meet you guys longer for on Saturday morning. Okay. So great. So let's move on to our final slide. Okay, for today. Now, those of you who are listening for the first time, do join our Telegram chat room for free stock market information and so forth. I will hope I was able to review more of your stock intake and whatsoever, but we'll keep those tonight when Zac has a chance to go through with you at 9:30 in here. So thank you for coming, guys. Really appreciate it. I hope I can spend more time with you on reviewing some of the stock, perhaps advising in you. But today, we are focusing on our beginner. If you're number 1, just like we said before, beginners, this is definitely something for you today. So with that, I'll see you later. Thank you for watching and thank you for sharing your precious time with me. Bye-bye.